Okay, when I first heard they were doing a Winnie-the-Pooh horror movie, I was like, sign me up. This sounds awesome. This sounds like this could be a lot of fun in probably a bad horror movie way, and I was all here for it. And I'm very, very unpleased to tell you that this is one of the biggest letdowns I've ever seen. All right, so real quick, the premise of the film is that Winnie the Pooh and his whole group of friends gets left behind in the 100-acre woods when Christopher Robin gets too old and decides he's going to college. So for those years that he's gone, the creatures or the characters you usually know and love from the Disney films and the stories are not those characters anymore because they become cannibals. They you get the backstory that they kind of killed each other, and then they become bloodthirsty killers because they're not stuffed animals like in the Disney or the original shorts. They are actually half, like, they call them human animal hybrids. So I was still going into this with just a little bit of hope that this could at least be bad fun. And this is just bad. This is across the board some of the worst filmmaking, acting, everything just all put together in a giant ball and thrown at the screen, and nothing really works here. I was so disappointed and bored, and they took this so seriously that they kind of didn't embrace the cheese. There was a couple moments where it's like, you lost me, where you got to that moment where, oh, look at how great and cheesy this kind of is, and you lost me to that point. From the moment this started, this should have just been, they should have leaned into that idea, and they never did, and it was just so serious, and it was so dramatic, and all this stuff starts happening they don't even give great reasons why a lot of this stuff happens. Like, you start off with Christopher Robin returning, and then, not a big spoiler, but he is not in this movie as much as you'd think he is, which was kind of disappointing because I thought he'd be the guy to try to take down the characters he knew growing up and come out victorious in the end. But that doesn't happen. He's barely in this film. Instead, we focus on this group of girls, which is fine, and they have their own interesting dynamic to a point, because there becomes a point where they all just become insufferable and just morons, which is terrible because, like, you've seen other great horror movies where the female protagonists in their films are a lot smarter. Look at Jenna Ortega in the Scream movie, the last Scream movie at least, and there's countless other ones out there, but this was just like back to square one, the B horror film, like the not so smart protagonist. And it was like every decision made in this movie was like, why? You aren't giving me a good reason. Oh, you had a gun this whole time and you're just mentioning it 60 minutes into your 120-minute runtime? Like, or not even that. It wasn't even 2 hours long. But it was just absolutely insane at some of the logic leaps and the things they ask you to just kind of roll with, and it doesn't work. This should be a film in the $8 bargain bin at Walmart with a pack of other horror films, and you should be at home watching this, and it shouldn't have been in theaters. But hey, look, kudos to them for, one, getting this movie made, two, getting the rights to Winnie the Pooh because it went into the public domain, and three, making it for like less than $100,000 and probably gonna make $1 million or more. Probably they're gonna make some money on this, which is insane to think about because you only make it for $100,000 and you're gonna make $1 million. That's a $900,000 profit just for this crappy movie. And yeah, I'm gonna call it a piece of crap. I'm giving it an F. This might be one of the worst films, if not the worst film I have ever seen in my life. And I've seen a lot of films, but this one certainly takes the honey. And oh boy, and if you stuck around this long in the review, very, very slight spoiler, I stuck around to the end credits of this thing. And let me save you the trouble. They pulled a Marvel Cinematic Universe with this one, where at the very end, the last thing that scrolls up on the screen is Winnie the Pooh will return. So we got another one of these coming, but I don't know if I'll go out and see it. We'll see what that trailer looks like, but what a big misfire this was. What did you guys think? Did you go see Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey? Were you planning on seeing Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey? If so, leave your comments down below. Also, remember, guys, hit that like button, the subscribe button, the little bell notification helps this channel out and is very appreciative. So yeah, next one I'll be looking at is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. A couple films this weekend, 2 films this weekend. So we're going from this crap fest to hopefully Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania can salvage that. And until then, guys, I'll be seeing you.